Gabby, Language, a DPSN video blog.
Okay, so I'm Gabby, and a weird fact about myself is that I have lots and lots and lots of cuddly toys in my room.
What is AAC?
AAC stands for Alternative Communication, and is used with individuals that have trouble speaking, like myself. It's our voice, but it also can include different types of communication, not just typing, but also pictures, like picture exchange communication system. And then there are the pod books, speech apps, or alternative ways to communicate.
When do you use AAC?
I use my speech app whenever I find it hard to talk. So if I'm anxious or very, very severely sensory overloaded, or perhaps catatonic, I will use my device. The way to describe my speaking abilities is kind of unreliable, so it can go at any stage, but at least I've got like my second voice, I call it.
Why is it important?
It's very important for me to have that second voice, otherwise people go away and make decisions about my care and myself without me having an input, because they assume that I'm not capable of making an input. So there's a whole, stigma around not being able to speak, and people assuming that we must not be able to make a decision. There's still that stigma that we've got to get around with, especially in New Zealand, because we're so far behind around AAC and autistic users.
How do people respond to it?
Some reaction is like, whoa, where's that coming from? People think it's like some sort of TV channel, or they maybe assume it's like a phone call or something like that. And it's quite interesting because some of my friends on the autism spectrum, when they haven't heard a speech device before, and they kind of get a bit shocked as well, because it's like a voice, but it's not like a normal voice. We can't make like the voice emotional and stuff like that. But the interesting thing is that my speech app, we don't have any New Zealand voices on there, so there's no New Zealand accents. So the closest I could get is to an Australian, but we don't have any Te Reo on speech apps at the moment. So we're trying to push for that to happen. I think we're going to have to fundraise heaps to make it happen, so we can have the native language on a speech device in New Zealand.
Anything else we should know?
With AAC, it's really good for other people around us to model it to us. So if we don't have any of our speaking peers and our parents and our families and stuff like that modeling AAC to us, then we're going to be reluctant to use it. So it's about them modelling it in everyday situations, like at the table, at dinner times, when we're out at parties or wherever we go. You've got to realise that the speech device is our voice, and the device must be treated like a voice, and treated like a disability aid